What R. Kelly said? That's stupid, guy. Use your common sense.
Are you nervous?
Nah, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, we have regular conversations, but it's like having a conversation that's recorded feels so different.
I know, right? It feels like I'm gonna get in trouble. Like, what if I say something I can't take back? Welcome back, guys, to SincerelyJD. Today we have a special guest, which is one of my close friends, and I will be asking him some questions about how it is being a man in today's dating. Are you ready?
Of course.
All right. What is your name?
That's too personal. It's Ty,
How old are you?
26.
And what is your Instagram handle?
T_R0DD.
And what do you do for work?
I work at a warehouse.
What is the biggest challenge in dating today?
Damn, that's a bomb. I feel like the biggest challenge is finding somebody that actually trusts you. Like finding somebody that expects you to do what you're gonna, do right by them. There's too many people with like a lot of trust issues.
Including yourself?
I was about to say I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
Would you say dating was easier for you back then, or is it easier now?
It's easier now, cause like back then, when I dated, who, like I was innocent. Like I was like, I didn't really have any know-abouts about anything. Like I didn't think like girls lied. I put girls on pedestals. Like I was like, oh, she's an angel. She's not gonna do this.
Gotcha, bitch.
You can't really just say she has a pretty face. She's not gonna do this to you. You kind of know how to like operate.
What are some of the things that you learned at age 26 that you didn't know before about dating women? About dating and women?
I mean, I know it was a big commitment, but I didn't know how much you'd be involved in their life. Like, if you date a woman with kids, like, you're being involved in her life, her kids' life, probably their grandparents' lives.
So you saying about women, you didn't know how much involved you'd be in their lives?
Yeah, like, you're really a part of their life. Like they call you on break, you calling them. You gotta go. You might have to go pick them up because they in a fucked up situation or something. They got like a flat tire or something. Like I thought it was just like okay, like hey, what's up? I'm gonna call you. Like what's up, babe? Like you see how I used to operate. Like we used to just go on dates, just chilling stuff. But it was never anything like, it was never anything with longevity.
Right.
It was just like having fun in the moment.
Right. I feel like now that I'm older, don't bash me on this. I feel like your partner is basically like your dad. And I don't mean it in like a weird way, but like if you have a dad and you have a man and something go wrong, you should call your man first. If you cannot call your man first and you're gonna call somebody else, you shouldn't do that man. So if you need your tire changed, who you gonna call?
You gotta call your nigga first.
You gotta call your man. If you're gonna call your dad first, why do you have that man? So I feel like as a woman, now older, anytime you have an issue or a scenario or something, you should run to your man first. Versus when we were younger, it was just, you want to go to the skating rink?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like cute
it was
little
just
stuff.
surface level. It didn't really go deep. You know what I'm saying? When you're younger, what is something you wish somebody would have told you?
Honestly, I don't think that there's anything anyone could have told me that I wouldn't have learned myself. Because I feel like once you get from that first love, you kind of learn everything you need to. Like, there's no way that you don't learn. After that first heartbreak, you either can like let it break you or you let it make you into a better person and you actually learn from it. So like I feel like I actually did learn from it with a couple red flags. But for the most part, like I got everything I needed.
And y'all, he really glowed up. I'm gonna insert an old picture of him so y'all can see what that heartbreak did to him.
Working out, eating. Like
Tell us about your most recent, the most recent dating type of thing that you resent, the most recent connection that you have. Had.
Like on like a situation type or like more
the,
like
the most recent. So you can take that how you want to, because I have a follow-up question to that.
Damn, I mean, what you want to know about it? Like,
just tell us about it in general.
I feel like it was me kind of making a mistake because it was a girl that I had talked to and I was like, she's cute, I like her, She looks like she has a good head on her shoulders. So we did go on dates. Like if I'm really wanting to date you seriously, we're gonna go on dates first. I want to get to talk to you. We went to like a martini lounge. We went and got food, and we talked on like a regular basis. But come to find out, I was basically like a rebound. So like once I found that out, because that was the question I asked on the first date. Like I asked those type of questions on the first date.
Hey, am I a rebound? What?
Not even if am I a rebound, but I learned this. This is what I do. I say, is there anybody that would be upset or feel some type of way that you're out here with me right now?
Yeah.
So I asked that, and I got like an answer that took me kind of everywhere. But like I knew
that's definitely a yes.
exactly. I knew exactly like what it was after that. Like after the first date, when I asked that question, I know how the relationship is gonna go. So I was like, all right, it didn't really go too far.
Okay, why do you think it didn't go that far? Aside from you asking that question again and running around, what's the main reason why you think that didn't develop into an actual relationship?
I don't think she was ready. I think obviously getting out of a long relationship, even if it was short, getting out of a relationship, I don't think you're really ready to just get back out there. So it was like I felt like I was putting in effort to actually communicate and talk and try to fix things, and she was just like I'm gonna just shut down. I'm not the type, like you see me, I talk a lot. Like I like to communicate. So if you cannot communicate with me, it's not gonna work. Mm-mm.
Okay, when it comes to age range, do you say you normally date women around your age, as in like 2 to 3 years on both sides? Is it younger, like 5 years younger, or is it older, like at least 5 years older?
Literally just had this conversation at work. Like me and my coworkers was talking about this, and I said that my age range when it comes to dating younger is 2 years younger than me, but when it comes to older, 10 years. Like a lot of the girls that I dated actually have really been older than me, even if it's only by like 2 or 3 years. Even like messed with, they've been older than me, and I'm like, I could see this going somewhere, but due to certain things like us not really matching up, I'm just like whatever we coolin', we're not gonna be a relationship though. So it's got to be at least 2 years younger than me, but older is just like it's a little bit more flexible.
Is it a difference in women because of the age range?
Yes.
Tell us the difference.
Yes. Older women know exactly what they want. Like they're not gonna play around. They're not gonna like beat around the bush, unless they are still a little immature. But for the most part, like they'll tell you exactly how they're feeling. Like, hey, I didn't like that you did this. Like you can go on a date, and you do something that she didn't like, but she wants to enjoy the date. So like she'll let you still enjoy the whole date. When you get home or when you're like having your recap, hey, you did this, I didn't really like this, and you talk about it, like you actually fix it. With younger women, it's just like they give you like the cold shoulder for a little bit, and you like, I don't like to have to beg and ask you what is wrong with you. Like I want you to tell me, like, hey, this is what's wrong, so we can fix it.
Right.
Because if it's tit for tat, and I feel like you want to like give me a cold shoulder to get back at me, we're never gonna get anywhere. Now it's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna have one up on her now because she had one up on me, and now you're just gonna keep going.
Yeah, he's petty.
And exactly, I'm petty, so I'll keep going. But at this age, I don't know if I would. I really don't want to do that at this age. So I prefer someone that we actually fix it and meet at a middle ground instead of like who has one up.
Do you think you'd be open to dating women with children?
No.
Okay, children, no. A child?
No.
Why is that?
I have to have my own kids.
You can still have your own kids, even though she has 8 kids.
Biologically, and it's not to even bash anyone that's like step parents, but I need like my own blood, especially if it's like my first kid. When I'm older, I might be more open to it, but as of now, like, nah, like that needs to be my kid.
Well, that's all, guys. Thank you for tuning in to SincerelyJD. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube, and I'm going to have Ty's IG handle right here for you guys. Thank you so much.